Hey everyone, welcome
Hello.
to today's session. MinneBar, we're doing lightning talks with companies that are hiring. I know it's surprising, right? So I'm assuming you can hear me by the faces and the looks that people have. My name's Justin Porter. I'm part of the MinneStar team and excited to be here to have some companies, kind of facilitate companies that are in the Twin Cities here that are hiring. So we'll get to that in just a second. First off, just want to thank Maria and all the volunteers and everyone who put on this multi-day series of MinneBar. It's been a lot of sessions, a lot of tracks. It's taken a lot of time to organize. So a big shout out to them. Also, as you've seen between the sessions, we've got some great sponsors who you've hopefully seen and you'll hear from a little bit today as well on some of them that are hiring. So without further ado, I'd like to hand it over first to Tor. Tor, are you there?
Yeah.
With Best Buy?
Totally.
Fabulous. Tor, do you want to give us a rundown of what Best Buy does?
Yeah.
And about your hiring needs.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hi there, everybody. My name's Tor Flattabo, and I'm the Engineering Communities of Practice and Engineering Productivity Lead here at Best Buy. And Best Buy is super proud to sponsor MinneBar each year, helping to bring this awesome experience forward. This year, MinneBar15 is such a great lineup of presenters. So thank you so much for attending. I'm very proud to be pitching Best Buy to you as a great place to work. I joined Best Buy earlier this year, actually just 4 days before we all headed home before the pandemic. So I got 4 days in the office. It's been very surprising because even with this mostly virtual onboarding, I felt very welcome and had so many people reaching out to me, helping me to get integrated into the Best Buy engineering culture, just the culture in general. It's really been one of the best and honestly most interesting onboarding experiences of my career. We've been on a transformation journey for the past 10 years, first starting out with emerging out of the recession 10 years ago to being where we are now today. We're very customer and digital focused. We're super laser focused on delivering technology that's human-centered and human delivered. One of the most recent, our most recent integration of Best Buy Health has given us a new purpose and broadened the impact of how we see technology making people's lives better. Our engineering teams work on an amazing variety of solutions that have direct impact on the public. We bring health solutions forward so that people can extend their time living in their homes autonomously. We make it easier for you to work from home with remote tech support. We make it easier for you to safe for you to shop in our stores and curbside pickup when you order online. All of this was made possible by the work our technology teams have delivered just in the past few months. We have a commitment to hire 1,000 new people into our digital and technology teams. And we pledge that at least 30% of those 1,000 people will be people of color and or women. We know that diversity on our teams makes a huge difference in what we do, and that everyone wins when our teams reflect our communities. And we're committed to ensuring that technology jobs are accessible, especially for those who haven't had this opportunity before. We do this through inclusive interview practices, our team tech centers, internships, and our partnerships with a variety of code schools. We also have a significant commitment to our employees and to help make them safe during this historic time. And in fact, one of our technology-wide OKRs for Q4 focuses on this with a variety of key results that directly invest in our teams so that they're healthy, happy, and safe. We would love to have you come join our team here at Best Buy, where you'd be impactful, be authentic, and be yourself. Connect with me on LinkedIn or check out our open positions at careers.bestbuy.com. Thanks so much for showing up at MinneBar15.
Awesome. Thanks, Tor. We'll see if we have some questions. I know there's a bit of delay. So we'll have people start asking questions, I should have said, and we may bring people back in as we go through the lightning talks. I'll just ask you a quick one. I'm just curious with Best Buy, are you guys completely remote? Are all the people that are working there at this point?
Yeah, we're 99.9% remote. Right now, the only people that are in the office are the people that have to be there. So for example, if anybody knows what an HSM is, you got to have key cards for the HSM. You got to put those rocket launch keys in the HSM. So we do have a couple of people in the data centers and a couple of people in the facility itself to help keep it safe. But in general, we're pretty much 100% from home, and we are for the foreseeable future as well.
All right. We'll see if there's any other questions come in. Thanks, Tor. We may come back to you. We'll go next to Nels from Livefront, who's going to give a quick rundown on Livefront. If you were previously tuned in just before this session, you might have seen Nels facilitating the Startup Game Show, which was quite a bit of fun. So can we bring up Nels? Is he on? He may have. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
That handsome devil. Nels, tell us a bit about Livefront.
You're making me blush, Justin.
You got a great background, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I try to find the most picturesque one. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Y'all might know me from about 4 minutes ago from the Startup Game Show. And when I'm not moonlighting as a game show host, I actually am on the awesome team of Livefront, which is really cool. We have been a sponsor of MinneStar and MinneBar for, I don't know, probably longer than I've been alive, but a very, very long period of time. And we do it because we care. It's a really, really great organization that cares about technology and technologists just like everybody out there right now that's listening to this. So this is, we're happy to be here. We had 5 different talks this week, which are really cool. And some of them weren't just game shows. Some of them were really highly technical talks that our engineers and our teammates did. So if you didn't catch them live, I think they're out there. And I highly recommend you check them out. Really cool. 2 of them dive into Android platform, 2 of them dive into iOS, which kind of segues into who we are. So we are a senior level team of product designers, product managers, and engineers. And we exist to help clients and our partners design and build world-class digital products. So we work with clients, partners to build custom software on just a variety of different platforms. So everything from mobile, web, doing a lot of work in voice right now, and we like to categorize it into anything for the mobile lifestyle. Just creating really elegant solutions for the mobile lifestyle. And our specific place as a product studio in this world is to solve the tough problems. So take what's either really technically or challenging and making it very simple in a way that users just absolutely love it and appreciate it. And these solutions, we work with enterprise companies, we work with quickly growing startups. These solutions really need to be able to scale to millions of people, and the apps that we've helped create are being used by millions of people every single day. So it's a really, really fun challenge. Our team thrives and loves tough technical challenges. So all that to say, kind of in this weird time, we feel really fortunate, and we feel like we are in a fortunate position because we're continuing to grow, and we're looking for great people to join our team. And we're hiring folks from across many different disciplines, but we're looking for specifically product designers, product managers, Android engineers, iOS engineers, everyone that kind of makes a really incredible product team. If you find yourself in one of those categories and you're kind of excited for what's next for you, or you're looking for what's next for you, we want to hear from you. And I think when I think about a personality that will really be successful and really be excited to join our team, it's the type of technician that's just excited to be the best at the craft. So if you care and really, really want to build great technology and do it in a way that's scalable, that's awesome. And our team is filled with people that feel that way, and we're excited to work with you. So you can certainly apply online. I mean, that is a way, but I think just for fun and because it's simpler, I want you, if it's easier, just email me directly, nels@livefront.com, and we'll set up a time to chat. I'm excited to get to know more about you, and also excited to share more about what we're up to at Livefront.
Awesome. And haircuts are optional, right?
Haircuts are optional. We let it flow here. I don't know if everyone agrees with that, but I'm rolling with it.
That's great. One other question is any, Livefront does a lot, you said mobile apps, any ones that maybe, that you could talk about that we would see as consumers that would use?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think so. A really fun one that we did that you might have seen. So Paul, he's an iOS engineer on our team. He just gave a talk last Saturday about image detecting. So using image detecting within an application that we created. And it was actually a product that we created with General Mills. So if you're familiar out there with the Box Tops for Education program, wildly successful program. It's where you clip the little box tops on the edge, you send them in, and it donates money to school. Really great program, great cause, and it's had a really awesome, vibrant community of people that are passionate about the program. Well, we started working with them 3+ years ago now to think about how do we turn what was, clipping coupons into something that's more digital. So, over the course of the last 3 years, we've created worked with them to design and create an application that's lived many different lifestyles and looked in many different ways, but that's now being used by millions of people every single day, which is really cool. And it continues to grow every single day. And the talk that Paul gave was talking about, we actually created technology for the camera to recognize when someone tried to scan, because it's a receipt scanning application, scan a box top, and using image detecting to notice it, and then also give people a warning saying, hey, scan your receipt instead. So again, a very simple, elegant little reminder to the user, but a crazy technical problem that was fun for us to solve. So
cool.
Yeah, one example.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Nels. We'll stick around. We'll ask the audience if they do have any questions. We'll try to get to them in the end. We'll go to our next lightning talk. I'm going to pull up, hopefully get Pete on the line here from Doherty. Awesome, Pete, you're there. Tell us about Doherty and who you guys are hiring.
Sure. My name is Pete Gaffney. I'm an application architect and principal consultant at Doherty Business Solutions. Been here about 3.5 years. And I am pleased to be here today to introduce you to our team. And to let you know that we're hiring engineers to be a part of that team. At Doherty, we're a full spectrum IT services company. We do project management, we do agile coaching, but we also do engineering. And all of these different competencies are kind of united around solving business problems. Our engineering line of service works on a variety of different problems for corporate customers. We've been building a lot of momentum in the last few years, and we're now up to about 75 developers here in Minneapolis. Our bread and butter is enterprise software about a variety of domains. We do agribusiness, retail, healthcare, finance, all kinds of stuff. I personally love this type of work because you learn a lot of really interesting stories about how our economy works, and you get sort of the ability to connect a lot of the nitty-gritty details to kind of big pictures about how our material economy connects. Doherty is a great place to grow as an engineer. I think about kind of the types of work experience that I got in industry before I got to Doherty, and then kind of the supportive team environment that I was a part of, and also the technical expertise that I got access to as a part of that team, and think about how I've grown over the last 3 years. And it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of discussion about what the right way to do things is. And we really have the connections and the expertise to put that stuff into practice in industry, which is really a fantastic thing to see, to kind of watch teams that you're embedded with or on a delivery team for Doherty kind of raise the bar at clients with how software gets built. And the team really has your back and gives a lot of support in terms of wherever you want to take your career. At Doherty, one of the fun things about it is that everybody kind of has the same job, which is consultant. And we all want to see people grow as engineers and as consultants. And so there's really no limit to what you can do in terms of what you yourself are interested in taking on. We have a fantastic team of engineers and friends here, and we would love to have you aboard. Our recruiting team is available to talk more if you're interested. We're really hiring kind of across the spectrum in terms of where people are in their careers, if you're just starting out or if you've got a lot of experience. And I would say in general, the best things about working here is just the great group of friends that I've met at this company, and also the real variety of different types of problems that you get to work on.
Awesome. Any clients that you can share that either in the Twin Cities or?
Sure. We do a lot of work with Best Buy. I'm working
good.
at Cargo right now. And let's see, we're doing some work with Edward Jones. And we're also sort of starting to do more. So Doherty said with a branch structure, we do most of this work here out of the Minneapolis branch. And so, we work locally for clients, but, recently we've stretched a lot, and we're sort of doing a lot more work at the enterprise level at different branches around the country. And so we've got a good amount of work coming out of St. Louis right now. And we've also, I've got some teammates who are, working on Minneapolis projects who are based out in Atlanta. And so there's really a really broad pool of expertise and also sort of opportunities around the country. It's pretty exciting times.
Awesome. And how do people find out about the opportunity to work at Doherty? Do you contact you or website?
Yeah,
or
feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Again, my name is Pete Gaffney. You can also reach out to Amelia Barenwald. She's one of our recruiters who's around at MinneBar this year. And just feel free to reach out to us on LinkedIn. We're always looking to connect with lots of different people.
Awesome. And we'll make sure, I think Maria's online as well as some other MinneStar volunteers. We'll get those in the chat too. The links for not just Pete's team, but Nels and Tor's, everyone that we have on the panel today. We'll put some links in there to direct people to the right location. All right, let's move on next to Orion from SPS. Ryan, are you there?
Yes, indeed I am.
Awesome. I thought that might be you, and I have to just ask the shirt first, right? Like, what's the shirt about, and then we can talk about SPS Commerce.
Sure. So the story of the shirt is this is the most obnoxious shirt I've ever seen, so I had to immediately buy it. It was in the clearance bin at Walmart the week after 4th of July, and this is my favorite shirt to wear when we do our trips into Canada to visit some friends.
Okay.
So. And I figured this is just a good representation of my personality overall, and give you an idea of the dress code that you're able to have at SPS. Hey, you want to wear a U.S. swim team kitty shirt? Go for it.
Great, love it. Well, tell us about SPS for those that don't know.
Sure. So brief overview. SPS does what sounds incredibly boring, which is we facilitate communication between retailers and suppliers to allow them to do business more readily. But that hides a whole bunch of really interesting technical problems that delves both into scale, speed, user experience, business need, essentially the entire gamut. If you like technical stuff, we have it for you. But for me personally, that you could find technical problems at any place. What I specifically love about SPS is I'm going to share the story of how I came on to this to SPS and the difference that I noticed. For anybody in tech, and at least in my experience, going through interviews at Google, at Facebook, at Amazon, Vizio, Indeed, after that 4 to 6 hour interview gamut, you are dead. You are drained. The last person is asking you some more technical questions, and they're like, what is it? What is this thing called? You're like, I don't know, man. Just let me go take a nap for 15 minutes. I'll come back to you, and then I'll be able to think of something. In opposition to that, when I was interviewing at SPS, I actually was refreshed after the interview process. It was an incredible focus on how will you fit into the team. People can learn how to do and how to solve technical problems. That is what you're being paid for, is to learn things. The expectation is not that you know how to solve the business problems ahead of time. It's that you're willing to learn, but also that you're willing to be a team member. So yeah, there was a small technical bit there, but it was a collaborative technical solving problem where me and my interviewer were both working together to solve a problem, not just here's a whiteboard that you will never use in the entire time you're working. and have not worked on in a year, write your problem here. Knows here's a laptop. Let's write the code. You can do anything you want to that you can do to solve it. Bring in a library if you know of a library. Awesome. How would you solve this at work? And that was just an incredible interviewing experience. And it really emphasized that it isn't just, here, you're a machine, go do this work. It's, we want you to be a member of our team. We want you to fit into this company and make sure that our values and our personalities align. So it isn't just going into work, but you're going in and you're having a good time with people that you also want to see succeed. And that was the first thing that was just incredible for me at SPS. And then since I've joined SPS, it's one of the very few times, actually the only time in my professional career, that every time I've thought of this is the right thing I think a company should do, has been very shortly followed with SPS doing it. Everything from the COVID issues, where back in early February, they instituted work from home, like incredibly early in the process, to the recent unrest in Minneapolis and both their statements, their plan of action for training, for not just increasing diversity, but trying to allow for everyone in the company to gain a level of understanding that they may not have had in the past. And it just has been a fantastic experience. Like, obviously everybody's working from home now, and hey, that incurs additional expenses. Well, SPS is like, hey, because of everybody working from home, here is a additional stipend for work from home supplies, for your desk, for your chair, and here's discounts at this company because you're gonna have to do this and we're not gonna be getting back for a long time. So here you go. And it's just those small things that are like, okay, this is the right thing to do. This is the right plan. This is not just corporate jargon. It's actually, every place has their, I forget the term for it, like their mantra or their code of ethics there. And normally they're the words on the wall. They're there, they're that nice thing, but SPS really seems to be a place that strives to make that the actual day-to-day, this is how we want to do business. And number one is employees first. So that gives you any idea that I believe in that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Come to SPS. We are an amazing company. You get to work with me. I don't know if that's a benefit or a drawback. I personally can't stand myself or other people who act like me. I'm like, oh my goodness, how are you so annoying? But hey, you never know.
Well, I'm excited now because I have some ammunition to go to my employer about getting a stipend from working from home. So SPS is doing it. Why can't you?
It's incredibly important because if you think about it, you're making all these different changes. You're doing these things, and like for a little while, I was like on this like super uncomfortable like kitchen chair that had no padding, and I'm having this like, and so yeah, it definitely was a much needed and very much appreciated financial gesture that I have not heard any complaints about.
Well, it looks like you got a good chair now. We'll
call out to Secret Lab chairs. They are incredibly, incredibly relaxing, comfortable for sitting on, and I could just relax a little bit better because they recline.
Well, great. Thanks, Ryan. Let's move on to Kim, who's with Securium. Tell us, Kim, about your hiring needs.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody, and thank you. You'll have to bear with me. You are unexpectedly on my cell phone because I couldn't get connected via the network. So sorry about that. But yeah, thanks for having me. Good morning. So I love helping others grow and achieve their goals. I work as a leader of people and technology, and I'm always thinking about where my next travels will take me, which is a little bit challenging right now in the pandemic world. And I also love to water ski in my spare time. And I do all of these things while working at Securium Financial. So this is the part where I was going to show you a couple pictures, but I can't do it on my cell phone. But I wanted to share with you all a few pictures. First, I was going to show you a picture of my family, and I was going to show you a picture of us in Hawaii in March because we traveled before the pandemic happened. As I mentioned, I love to travel. And then I was going to show you a picture. I mentioned I love to water ski. of my water ski team. So we perform with a water ski team, and I had a great picture of us in a great pyramid and cool things like that. So you'll just have to imagine that you're seeing that right now, because I wanted to show you my water ski family. And then I mentioned that I love helping other people grow in their career. And so I was going to show you a great picture, kind of like you all look on my screen right now, of my family. Again, this time my work family. So the reason why I was going to show you all these pictures of family is because I'm here to tell you about Securium Financial. And that's exactly what Securium Financial is here for, family. We're here for family and because of family. And family, however you define it, whether it's the family you grew up with or the family you've pieced together, or just your friends, whatever's family to you is what's important to Securium. So it turns out that our target customer is what we call the family investor. That's someone who values the everyday moments as much as the major milestones that they spend with those people who matter most to them. And I think it's by no coincidence at all that most of the people that work at Securium Financial are also family investors like myself. So what does that mean for our associates? It means that you find a place where, this is where I was going to cue the cheers music, everybody knows your name. But that's, of course, not true.
We could try to sing it if you'd like.
Yeah, please go ahead. I'll pass it to you. Yeah, everybody obviously will not know your name. At roughly 6,400 associates and representatives worldwide, not everyone's going to know your name, but a good deal of people will. And more than that, they'll likely know the names of the key members that make up your family. Our meetings are likely to begin with a few minutes connecting, because caring about one another is an integral part of our culture. That's a reason as well why our company's strategic plan includes a pillar focused on the community and the things Securium Financial can do to make our community better. Speaking of better, we are always looking at ways we can make things better. So for the third year straight, we are a Great Places to Work certified company by Fortune magazine. That's more than a certification to us. It's a tool we use to hear directly from our associates and drive improvements based on the feedback that we give. So things like, what kind of clothes can we wear in the office? Working from home, all those things are an integral part of what we communicate back via the surveys. This feedback includes continuing to reimagine our ways of working. We have increased flexibility so we can maximize that time with the people who matter most to us. Rocking our virtual options, like the SPS crew, we also received a stipend to kind of make our at-home offices better. And also modernizing our workplaces back in the office for the time post-pandemic when we find there is value in a face-to-face communication. And remember the strategic plan I mentioned, it has a major focus on something I know is important to everybody in the audience today, and that's technology. Our technology transformation includes scaling agile, a cloud-first mindset, and translates to a focus on not only upskilling the talent we have today, but looking for great talent like all of you out there. So I'd encourage you all to check out our postings on LinkedIn and explore more about joining Team Securium Financial. I'd love nothing more than to welcome you to the family.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Kim. And thanks to everyone. We're just about to wrap up here. We have about 30 seconds. So just wanted to mention that we'll be putting the information in the chat for those of you. I know some of you gave out your personal information, whether to reach out to you on email or LinkedIn. So hopefully you guys will see that and we can get people connected with the right companies that are hiring. Sounds like we got a lot of great opportunities in the Twin Cities. I'd also put a plug in for Connect. That's KINE. TIC, so joinconnect.com. They're a way to kind of network with other people and hopefully make some connections within the community here. Stick around next because we've got Robert session. He's doing it on tell web apps to shut their pie hole. So that's coming up right after this session. Thanks again for everyone for joining, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day.